It's hockey season. So let's start with Penguins. We're going to jump right into it today. By the way, we got fan questions at the end of the show again, so stick around because we got some Steeler questions. We got some Penguin questions. The trade deadline's today, 3 p.m. So go on Instagram because we're going to be on Instagram all day covering that. If anything happens, I'll be on there talking it. Maybe this guy will too. You never know what you'll see. You never know. But let's not waste any more time today. Oh, wait, subscribe.
Yep. Like, comment, subscribe. Come to the YouTube and subscribe.
Come to the YouTube and subscribe. But let's get into it. Harry, last week, I said I thought the Penguins would go 3-1. I said I thought they'd split the series with the Isles, sweep the Devils, and that's exactly what they did.
And I'd like to say I said the same thing. I was right as well.
Yes, sure. We'll say that. No one roll back the tape. I mean, you didn't say they wouldn't.
I said 3-1. I was right. Yeah.
So that's 2 weeks in a row I've called it. So that means if you're in Vegas or if you're online betting sports, tune into HJ Talk Sports because we'll make you some money when it comes to Penguins. Yeah, but let's go over this real quick. So the first game against the Isles, even though I said they split the Isles series, or the Rangers, excuse me, 8-4. Not really what you wanted to see. That was a concerning game. I think everyone was a bit confused by that.
Yeah, it was a rough start to the week.
Very rough start. That was concerning, especially after going 7-5 against Boston a few nights before. 15 goals against in 2 games. Wasn't good.
Yeah, that could have turned into a bad stretch. That was the second loss in a row.
It could have.
Could have easily been 3 in a row if you lose to the Rangers again in the next game. Man, yeah. But luckily, they rebounded. They got together, they regrouped, and they had a good game after that.
Yep. Next game against the Rangers, 5-2. They dominated the whole game, pretty much. I mean, they were in control. Then the Devils on Friday, 6-4. They won. It was a good game. Devils had some pushback. And then they won Sunday against the Devils as well. And they dominated most of that game. Jankowski was scratched. Finally. Oh, and Goudreau was at center. Teddy Bluger, first game back from injury, had 2 assists in the first 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
I love to see it.
It's good. 3 in a row now.
3 in a row. But one thing I will say, I did see a stat, and I didn't check to see if this changed. Freddie Goudreau didn't really play much of the second period, or I don't know if he played any of the third period or very little. So I like that he's in the lineup over Jankowski, but you got to wonder what's going on there. With the trade deadline coming up.
Well, I think there's a good opportunity here to pick up some momentum as well with the schedule.
Definitely a good momentum push.
Can beat Philly. You got 2 games with Buffalo after that, 3 games with New Jersey after that.
Mm-hmm. Philly's been bad lately. Mm-hmm. Buffalo's Buffalo. But let's talk some trade deadline because today is the trade deadline, 3 p.m. Of course, we record this at Sunday night. So if the Penguins make a move tonight, we might not mention it, but I'll talk about it on Instagram just in case. But on Sunday night, there was talks that the Penguins were looking to trade. Actually, they said they did trade for Anaheim winger Nicolas Deslauriers, and then they came out and said the deal didn't happen. So I'm not sure what happened there. He's kind of a big, tough winger. We've been talking about Pittsburgh maybe getting some grit. He's a fighter. He's not bad. I don't know if that's the direction I would go in if I were Pittsburgh. But yeah, that fell through. Again, we record these on Sunday night. You're watching it at Monday at noon. So if something happened late, go on Instagram because we'll be talking about it over there. But we actually got a question from a viewer about the trade deadline and who we think the Pens are targeting. So I'm going to save the rest of my Pens trade talk to the end of the show. We'll answer the question and we'll go into a few of these other options. But the Pens upcoming week, like Harry said, Flyers, Buffalo. Very good opportunity. You could win 3 games here.
Is that the prediction? 3-0.
I'm not feeling 3-0. Should I be confident?
I will say 3-0.
Harry's saying 3-0 this time, so he really is making a prediction. I'm gonna say 2-1. And I don't know where that one's coming from, but I don't know. Probably Buffalo. I don't know. It's funny. Phillies lost 2 of their last games against Buffalo, which is hilarious. So let me just put that out there. One interesting thing, we're getting close to the playoffs. Philly and the Rangers aren't necessarily out of it, but it's pretty much looking like the playoff lineup is set. Washington, Islanders, Penguins, and Boston is what it looks like is going to happen. Which, if you're in this division, that's a tough first round, no matter who you get. But this is very interesting.